Hey nerds, what's up? So welcome back to the Nerd-Based Podcast. This is episode 2. We're really excited to have you back on. So I think we're gonna probably go straight into it.
Yeah. So obviously last time we spoke about Deadpool Wolverine coming out.
Yes, we did.
I think as we were in the process of like editing the thing, the Gambit clip came out.
Oh yeah.
Ryan Reynolds
that was
posted
big,
it.
actually.
Yeah. Opens up a lot of kind of opportunities, I guess, or a lot of doors. What is it? Is he coming back for the next Avengers? Is he getting his own movie? I'd like him to get his own movie.
I think it was quite deep, wasn't it? Because it's like everyone, when that film came out, everyone was like, "Oh my god, Gambit's so cool!" Obviously, we saw meme after meme with Gambit. I, for one, absolutely loved his character. I was always a huge Gambit fan growing up, anyway. Like, I would love to see more Gambit. And then Ryan Reynolds dropped that, and I was like, "Oh my god, yes, please more Gambit!" So yeah, I, for one, absolutely hyped.
Yeah. I think definitely deserves his own movie.
100%.
If they're worried about kind of Gambit on his own, do Rogan Gambit.
Yeah,
that could work.
We said last time, didn't we? Channing Tatum was like trying to get Gambit running for ages, so he will absolutely be on the map.
Yeah. And I know Kevin Feige was up for it as well. So
excellent. Yeah.
Hopefully it's not just another cameo.
Hopefully not. Yeah,
a full on.
No, I think I'm in agreement. I think it'll be really good. But on the same note, in terms of trailers we've seen and things like that lately, they just dropped Thunderbolts.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I wasn't sure how I was going to feel about Thunderbolts, if I'm honest. I'm not really into... I'm just going to call them side characters.
Someone literally described them as the peg warmers.
Oh my God.
They're the figures that just don't sell.
And
they've made a movie about them all.
That's actually an excellent analogy for
them.
Yeah.
Other than Bucky.
They're the action figures in the shop that would gather dust.
Yeah.
and just never sell.
I think we've still got them from the first movies.
Yeah, that's good though.
Trailer looked so good.
That's what I was going to say. The trailer looked so good.
It looked really fun.
I said to you, didn't I? It's giving me like Captain America Winter Soldier vibes, which is my favourite of the Marvel series.
Yeah, it's kind of Captain America Winter Soldier kind of mixed with like a Suicide Squad.
Yeah, that's the sort of vibe I'm getting. Yeah, definitely.
It's definitely Marvel's answer to Suicide Squad.
Yeah.
Which is...
I think I saw a lot of cool things in the trailer alone that I really liked the look of.
Yeah.
And I love, fight scenes and cool action scenes. And this is definitely going that way because of the types of characters that are in
I think all of them are fighters.
They're all like some kind of assassin or just brawler, like a Red Guardian.
We're going to get a lot of kind of, like you say, Captain America Winter Soldier. Yeah. We're going to get a lot of fight scenes like in that movie. It's going to be pure action.
Looks like I can already tell there's probably going to be some really cool choreography.
Definitely.
I'm looking forward to that. Yeah.
In terms of other announcements, big one for you was the
I know what you're going to say. Yeah.
One Piece announcement.
One Piece I am really hyped for, especially because I was one of the ones that before the first season of the live action series came out, I was like, nah, it's going to be crap.
Yeah.
I was really against it. Because I don't think live action adaptations of anime do very well. Like, for most of the ones I've seen are terrible. There's been a few good ones, don't get me wrong. I've got a list, small list.
Very, very small list. Few movies.
Yeah, but no. And then I watched that and I was like, do you know what? This ain't that bad.
Yeah,
this ain't even that bad.
You haven't put your hat on, by the way.
Yeah, check this out. We can't be talking about One Piece without the straw hat on.
My knowledge... Oh, it looks so good. It's sushi.
It's
Luffy. My knowledge of One Piece is limited to watching it kind of the odd episode.
So you don't know a great deal?
Not a great deal, but I loved the show. And I know you and Brett especially were kind of worried about... Here they are. Here they all come.
I'm just going to put some of my favourite figures while we're talking about One Piece on the table. So for those of you listening, not watching, I've got some of my favourite One Piece King of Artists prize figures on the table right now. I've got Trafalgar Law and I have 2 Gear 4 Luffys.
So both these Gear 4 Luffys are actually new in.
They're brand new into the shop. Yeah, the Law we've had for probably a couple of months, but there is still some in stock actually. So and it's fantastic. It's my favourite one. But anyway, sorry, I've gone off topic a bit. Well, not off topic, but I've derailed it. Yeah. I got excited. We're talking about One Piece.
I loved the show, and kind of seeing where it's going is good fun. I know that you and Brett were wary.
Yeah, I was definitely a little bit on the fence, and I watched the whole thing, and I thought, you know what, this was decent. It wasn't bad. Could have been great. Could have been a lot better, but it wasn't bad.
Yeah.
And I think the only thing that I I wouldn't say I had a problem with it because it's just how it is. But the only thing I didn't like too much was some of the character designs I thought were a little bit, I don't know, I'm just going to say whack.
Yeah.
Like, I think he did a good job acting the character, which is who I'm going to say is Arlong. But Arlong's design looks really weird. The thing is, trying to translate that into live action would be really difficult because in the manga, he's like a swordfish. He's got like a long swordfish nose. They tried to do it, but it was like flat. It was like pointing downwards, and I can get why in the direction of the art they decided not to do it that way. But yeah, it just looked weird to me. It's still a really cool character though. I think they still did a good job with it. But yeah, that was
That leads me on to one of the announcements. They were talking about doing Chopper. What's the word?
CGI?
No, they were talking about doing him.
Oh, puppets. They were going to do like animatronics or something. Yeah.
But seeing that trailer, they've obviously gone with the CGI thing.
Yeah.
We've only seen the back of his head, but from the back of his head, I think it looks.
So CGI in the first one wasn't awful.
No.
So I think because the first season did so well, they should have some decent budget, especially if they know they decided to go the CGI route. It might have even been something like, oh, we're going to do animatronics because maybe they didn't know the sort of money they'd be working with.
Yeah.
But because the first season did so well, maybe they've got extra budget now to put into CGI for Chopper. That's hopefully decent because Chopper's one of my favourite characters. And if they end up doing a terrible job like they originally were going to do with Sonic.
Oh, yeah, they do a Sonic to him. And
if they pulled a Sonic with Chopper, man, I'd start throwing hands, I swear to God.
We haven't seen his face yet. So we could chill.
That's what worries me. They showed the back of him.
Yeah.
Like, if they show the front and it's like a deranged version of Chopper, I'm going to cry my eyes out.
We've also had... remind me the characters' names. Crocodile and
Robin. Robin. Technically, Miss All Sunday. Is what they've announced the character because that's the arc they're going for.
Oh, Mr. Zero.
Yeah, Mr. Zero. Yeah, which is
Crocodile.
But we know who they are. Well, most people do. You don't technically.
No,
but
I do now because
you do now.
You told me.
The actors they've got for those roles, I think they'll be good.
They look the part.
Yeah, they look the part. I think they'll do a great job. So yeah, just roll on season 2.
Yeah, definitely.
Excited. Looking forward to it.
In terms of like other Netflix announcements, kind of the biggest other one they did because they had, I think it's Netflix Geeked Week where they do a bunch of announcements. Oh, and
they showed you all the sort of nerdy things coming up.
The other one was Avatar. They cast Toph.
This must be exciting for you.
Yeah.
I know
Avatar: The Last.
Avatar.
Yeah. I don't know the actress very well. Her name is, I've got it. It's Maya Ketch. Not seen her anything else, but from seeing her, she looks the part.
She looks the part. Yeah.
Looks like Toph.
You're happy with the casting? You think she'll do?
I'm happy. I'm happy with all the casting.
Toph, I won't lie. Toph is my favourite character from the original Avatar.
Many people's favourites.
When Toph first appeared on the screen as a kid, doing all that earthbending, I was blown away. And she was blind as well, and I was like, how is she pulling this off? And the way they explained it and how her powers work, and phenomenal.
She's awesome.
I can't wait to see how they do it.
Yeah, no pressure to the young lady playing her, but
all I can tell you is I hope she's watched her source material.
Yeah, definitely.
She needs to know what type of role she's getting involved in.
Yeah,
I'm sure she has. I think that's most of the announcements, isn't it? Or things that have
a lot of the like series and movie announcements. Yeah.
I'm sure there's tons more, but we only wanted to kind of touch the surface of the ones that piqued our interest.
Yeah.
Otherwise, we could be talking for 3 hours, and we don't want to bore
Who
everybody.
wants to listen to 3 hours?
Probably nobody. Yeah, there's probably going to be no one watching it. Anyway, I've had a good time. But,
let's move on to.
I've got a game for you, actually.
Ooh.
Actually, yes, no. Let's do the one you come up with first.
Yeah?
Yeah, the Sinister Six one.
Sinister Six.
Yeah.
So I saw a TikTok video the other day, which was people kind of doing a draft of their own Sinister Six from villains from different media and stuff like that. We've set our own rules. We're going to do one from each thing. So you can't have, say, the Joker and the Penguin. And we said no Marvel as well, just because the Sinister Six are already Marvel.
So just to clarify, we could only have sort of like pick one villain from
each franchise.
Yeah.
Do you want to go first or do you want me to go first?
You go first. Let's discuss your ones.
Okay.
So I can pick holes.
Should we do, should I do all of mine? Or...
No, let's alternate. Yeah,
okay.
Let's alternate.
My first pick is Shigo from Kim Possible.
Oh, okay, done. Yeah,
she can throw hands.
Yeah.
She's got that weird green glowy.
I always liked
plasma thing.
She had a cool design.
Yeah. I think she'd be a good fighter for the team.
Yeah. I can see that.
Yeah.
Depends on what the rest of your composition's going to be like.
Well, there you go.
This could be a damn awful team.
Could be.
We'll see.
Your first pick?
So my first pick is actually probably too OP, but I picked it anyway. it's going to make the rest of my list
Is it God?
terrible. Well, no. No, for my first villain, I've picked All for One from My Hero Academia.
Okay.
Which is nuts because essentially, not only does he have he has the power to steal other superpowers from other characters, and he can use them all at will. So that kind of makes him broken because he's just taking everybody's
But we know
powers
he
and
works well as a team as well.
that is true.
Because he
Yeah,
has-
yeah. He has underlings and he has
So maybe they're his.
But it could be a
Underlings.
busted first member to include in my team.
It could be.
Yeah.
I don't think I have anyone that OP. But anyway, my second pick, Shredder from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
I'm not going to lie to you, bro. Shredder's on my list.
That's fine. So that's your.
Yeah,
So we both picked Shredder for our second
picked
pick.
Shredder. How did you pick Shredder? I'm a massive Turtles fan.
I love Turtles.
For those of you that aren't watching, I'm actually wearing a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles t-shirt right now. My favourite character is Donnie. I'm just throwing that out there.
Mine's Mikey, the best turtle.
But yeah, we both come with Shredder. That's crazy.
I think Shredder's a great villain.
He's just a bit of a badass.
Yeah,
He's like,
and he can hold his own against all four turtles.
everyone.
Put him on a team with other competent villains.
Yeah.
I
He's
think
both a leader and he'd be
I think
really
in mine he's probably the leader, or one of the best leaders.
good.
From my list. Next,
I think.
Go on.
Yeah. So I'll go next to mine, and I've actually picked. This is probably a bad idea, but I've picked the Joker.
Okay.
And he's not a team player at all.
No.
So I don't know why I put the Joker in here, but he's absolutely nuts.
Yeah.
And I think he would just be fun to have in my draft.
I mean,
he'd cause chaos.
He can work as a team. He works with certain people. He works with Harley.
But he'd just double cross everybody though.
That's true. Yeah.
But no,
He's definitely a rogue one.
yeah, I'll be honest as well. I know we weren't supposed to pick two from the same franchise, but because I picked Joker, I actually also ended up picking Harley Quinn because I feel like the two went hand in hand.
Yeah.
And also, I couldn't think of
Another villain.
another one that I wanted, so I picked Harley Quinn.
Okay.
As well.
That's fine.
Sorry, I've stepped in, but now I'm already. That's I think 4 on
That's
my
4
list
for
already.
you. I've done 2, but I will
So
go
you carry on.
for my next one,
Yeah,
which
go on.
is the Terminator. Arnold Schwarzenegger's
Wow.
Terminator.
I didn't think of Terminator.
Yeah, he can take some damage. He can do some damage. I think he'd be a cool.
But he's not like a villain, though, is he? So could you pivot that and say
So Terminator 1, he's a villain. Terminator 2,
yes,
he's
he
not a
is.
villain.
Forgive me. Yeah.
Terminator 1,
Yeah,
he's
yeah,
sent
yeah.
there to
I'm
kill.
completely thinking of Terminator 2.
Yeah.
You're right.
So he's
It's a good pick.
yeah,
Really good.
and
pick.
he would do what he's told.
He would.
He'd be good on a
He's a
team because
Well,
he
he's done
obeys
it.
orders.
yeah, he follows orders.
Um,
That's a good one.
I'll do another pick to get myself up to 4.
Mm-hmm.
I've gone for Vilgax,
Okay, yeah.
Ben 10. He can hold his own against
You and Ben
all
10,
of Ben's
man.
aliens.
You had to put Ben 10 in there.
Of course, I
didn't
had to put a Ben 10.
you? You
villain.
can't help yourself.
Nah. But I think he's good. I don't know how well he'd work on a team, but in terms of a villain,
No, that's a good choice.
he's a very good
I
villain.
think you're nuts, and any chance you get to talk about Ben 10, you will. But
I will.
no, it's good. You can say another one actually because I've stepped in.
Uh,
How many you got left? 2.
2.
Because I've nearly lost count. Yeah, you do. No, I'll do one. Because I've got 2 left as well.
Go on.
So I've picked another anime one. Sorry,
That's all right.
I've picked Cell from Dragon Ball Z.
Okay.
Do you know which one Cell is, Tom?
No.
Cell's the I haven't got a figure on the shelf to show you. Is the
I know Beerus.
green
I
bug
do know
looking
Cell.
one.
Yeah,
Not Piccolo before you say that because he's green. But
Yeah.
yeah, Cell's he's an android.
Yeah.
He was made by androids. But the reason I picked Cell is because he was invented by Dr. Gero and he was made to be like the ultimate android. So he can absorb androids 16, 17 and 18.
Okay.
But Cell as a life form is actually super intelligent. So he's not just villainous. He's
Yeah.
also
Smart.
really smart.
Mhm.
So I think that would be a good composition for my draft so
Mhm.
that you can try and, lead some people's. But also the reason I threw Cell in there is because I feel like I needed another stupidly strong Dragon Ball Z character that can just blow up planets.
Just you've gone open.
my team is
It's just
my team is a bit
world destroying.
yeah, exactly. World destroying. Yeah. Wait till you see my last pick.
Well, yeah, I've gone for Syndrome
Syndrome's good.
from The Incredibles.
Syndrome's good.
He's got the tech. He can kit out.
The tech
the
dude's got the
entirety.
humour.
Yeah.
Dude's got the humour.
I think he'd probably be funding a lot of the stuff.
Oh, I didn't think about
he's-
money.
Yeah, because he's rich.
Yeah, I didn't think about money.
Yeah,
Who on my team has money?
none of them.
Oh, goddamn.
To be fair, one for all. Or all for one. Whichever
Yeah,
one
he
it
has
is, can't
resources. Yeah,
Yeah.
I guess he has money. Yeah. Okay, yeah, we're good. We're good.
He
Back
can
on
fund
track.
a bit of it. Your last pick.
Excuse me. My last pick is Homelander.
See, I was so close. I was close to picking Homelander.
Oh,
the reason I
man.
didn't
Yeah,
is because he's
Weird.
technically a hero.
you're right. Okay, yes. Yeah, so
But I'll allow it.
Yeah,
I
when you
was
think
going to
about the
pick it.
premise of the boys, though, the guy's a villain.
Yeah, the guy's definitely a villain.
Yeah.
And one of the best villains. And he's OP.
I wasn't gonna pick him, and I nearly didn't think of him, but Homelander is, I think, so sickening as a person that I thought he'd be good on.
He would
on
not
the team of
work
villains.
well.
He would be
with
awful.
Half the people on your team.
He would be awful, straight up, because he would want
Your
to
team
leave.
is going to kill itself before doing anything.
Yeah, so there's probably no point putting all these overpowered souls on, because probably 5 minutes in, you'd probably have Cell just just drop a massive bomb on everybody and be like, yeah, I'm not dealing with this.
No. My final pick
Hey, I tried. Yeah,
is Azula.
Oh, from Avatar.
Yeah.
Yeah, Zula's a good one.
Powerful.
Firebender.
Yeah. Don't know how well she'd
She's
work
good,
with
though.
the rest of them,
She's
but
good. She
she'd be a good
not
asset.
well because she likes to lead, not be led.
Yeah.
But you could say that about literally any villain we're putting on in our teams.
Yeah, villains don't like doing
They just don't.
what
This
they're
is why
told.
they're villains.
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
This is why they lose, because they don't like.
I think yours is more powerful and beats mine.
Oh, only slightly.
But mine, I think mine works well together, except from a couple.
No. Yeah, I think that's a good pick.
I
Good
think we
draft.
did well.
I like your draft.
We did well.
I like your team.
Let's move on to some other news. Pokemon news.
Oh yes. So I just showed you this recently, didn't
Yeah.
I? So you hadn't heard about this until I showed you. But for those of you that don't know, Pokemon are releasing another official. I don't know if to call it a game, but essentially it's called Pokemon Pocket, and it's a way to trade and collect your cards through an app. So essentially, you turn in the Pokemon trading card game into a digital version of collecting cards. It does have like a game mode on there from what I saw in the trailer. So if you haven't already checked it out, go ahead and check that out afterwards and let us know what you think, because it's an interesting one. Because right now, especially from our perspective, we sell a lot of cards. Trading cards are big. Sell a lot of Pokemon, and I think it's going to be interesting to see if people get involved with this digital version of trading and collecting cards.
What's the app they've got? Is it Pokemon?
So there's the actual
TCG
game called
Live?
Pokemon TCG Live. So that's for playing.
When you were describing it,
you thought it was,
I was kind of like, oh, so they're replacing this, but it is different.
It's totally different.
You can't
I
upload your because
I don't think you're going to be able to play the game in the same way
No.
as TCG Live. I think there might just be like a small game mode on there, similar thing, but maybe like a shortened down version.
Yeah.
Do you remember when they did like the Yu-Gi-Oh! Speed Duels thing?
Yes, yeah.
I feel like it might be something like that, or the app that Yu-Gi-Oh! Has for like a short form version of the game. I feel like it might be something like that. I don't know for sure, but that's my guess.
And you basically get a cooldown on packs. So the packs are free.
Yeah.
You're not paying for them.
That was the interesting part, wasn't it?
But they're every 12 hours, so you get 2 a day.
Yes.
Or you can pay premium
And
shorten the cooldown.
Yeah.
Which is, again, it's cool.
I was saying to you, wasn't I, that I think you'll get probably most people will end up paying the premium. Especially if it's affordable, because they'll be like, well, I just want to open another pack every 8 hours or so. And chances are, like all apps, there's going to be in-app purchases where you can probably just pay like 50 quid and get a bunch of packs.
I wonder how long it's going to be before they do.
I can see this app making tons of money.
Yeah.
Like, because that's what it'll be, microtransactions.
It's a way
Nothing is free.
Yeah, no. It will start free, and then they'll be like, oh, but if you want this bundle, you can purchase
and I could, you know how Pokemon are churning out product after product? I can already see them doing like a digital exclusive only EX box or something
where
that
you get
costs
a certain
25
promo,
quid for a digital version of this box where it's only available in the digital version, only available on Pokemon Pocket.
Yeah, it's interesting.
It's interesting.
I think it'll be popular. I don't know. I mean, I'll get it. I'll try it out.
I will also try it out. Why not? Especially if it's free.
Yeah, I do wonder how soon after release they're going to start making you pay
straight away
for extra stuff.
Straight away.
Yeah, just bundles and stuff.
Straight away.
But it's interesting. It's a fun thing.
I just think that they're likely to do that because it's all money at the end of the day. Business. It's business.
Yeah, 100%.
But no, Pokemon Pocket looks decent. Looks interesting. The way they've done everything on the app looks really pretty. Like they've got animations and the cards.
Awesome.
Yeah,
that was it. They did an exclusive card where you can kind of zoom into zoom into the card and kind of see more, which is That's a lot of fun.
Yeah, so I think they're doing lots of special cards where
Yeah.
you can be like AR, not AR, AR,
Yeah.
augmented reality and things, and yeah, it'll be interesting. We'll see.
We'll see how it goes.
Yeah, I'm sure we'll probably talk about that when it comes out. We'll have a
Yeah.
little go and we'll talk about that. Yeah, but I've got another game for you.
Okay.
Tom,
Fun.
because I like games. This one, so I think this is another one that I told you to
Prep.
prep. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I want you to pick 2 superpowers,
Mhm.
and then I am also going to pick two superpowers.
Okay.
But I'll let you go first. And when you tell me what your superpowers are, you start with one, and then basically I'm going to
Give a drawback.
give you some drawbacks. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going to choose the drawback.
Okay.
So you can have whatever damn superpower you want, but I'm going to tell you what your drawback is.
Am I going first?
All right? Yeah, man, you go first. Yeah. Tell me your first one at least.
My first power
Yeah.
would be like duplicate from Invincible, where I'm going to leave it vague. I'm able to split myself
Mhm.
into multiple versions of myself.
Okay. Yeah.
That's
Easy.
the
I've already
basic.
got your drawback straight away.
Gone.
So you can split yourself into many pieces as you want, just like duplicate.
Yep.
However, you're not in control at all at the size and proportions of your duplications. So you
Brilliant.
might split off and be a tiny little version or a really squashed, lanky version, like a noodle.
Okay.
Like you've got no control whatsoever the proportions and size of your duplications. You could be a blob on the floor.
That is not what I expected you
You
to
can
say.
still talk and stuff. Like you would be a little puddle on the floor and be like, "Meh."
It'd just be different versions of
Just
me.
different versions. Yeah, you
Okay.
can do as many copies as you want. There's no reason to say that they'll be correctly
I mean,
proportioned.
I'll probably still take it.
You'd still take it.
Still a superpower.
Yeah, I'll take it over nothing if
Yeah,
I'm honest. Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
Go on, what's your first pick?
So these are going to be the 2 I've picked is because they're the 2 that I would genuinely pick.
See, that's one
So
I
if
would genuinely
Yeah,
pick.
if they had no drawbacks.
Not with that drawback.
All right, see if you can come up with one of mine. The first one I pick is invisibility
Okay.
because I'd like to be seen. I'd like to be heard and not seen.
Okay.
You
So
know?
instantly, if you're invisible, you can't talk.
Well, no, but what I mean by that is I'd like to have the ability to not be seen when I don't want to be.
Okay.
Yeah, I just like the idea of, if everybody's annoying me, just to go shut off and
So
disappear from everyone's sight.
your clothes don't go invisible, and
Is this the drawbacks?
yeah,
Okay.
and the time is random. So you could be invisible.
Wait, so I can't choose when
Can't
to be
choose the
invisible?
time.
Oh, bro, I don't
So
want it now.
you have to be naked and invisible.
Look, I would take the naked thing all day long, but
but also
if
you
I
could
can't
be invisible
choose,
for a minute. You could be invisible for
that's the
24
problem.
hours.
That's the problem. If I've got to be naked,
It's a drawback.
yeah, it's a drawback, but that's broken. If
Yeah.
I've got to be naked and you're telling me that I could go invisible and then it shuts off within 30 seconds,
Yeah.
the next thing you know, I'm naked in front of like 30 school children or something.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't know why you'd be invisible near 30 school children.
Well, yeah, let me
But,
clarify that. What if I just come out from Sainsbury's or something, doing my shopping, and then it's the school rush?
Well, you invisible
Okay,
doing your
I
shopping.
was stealing stuff from Sainsbury's. God damn, you had to call me out.
Yeah, that's a drawback. Would you take it?
No, I can't do it.
I'd probably still
I
take it.
can't. Why?
I'd just be like cautious of when I use it.
I can't do it.
I'd
Yeah,
be
because
cautious.
it would never be.
It'd be cool.
Can you
though.
Can you clarify a bit more with the time frames? Like,
So
is
you-
there any way to
No.
not at all? That's it. There's no way I can tell.
Or
It could be 10
you
seconds.
feel a
it
little
could be 3
tingle
minutes.
when it's about to
There you go.
run
No, I'll
out.
take that. I'll take the
But it's
tingle.
like a second before. So you're able
Man,
to.
you're really harsh with this, aren't you?
I mean, drawbacks.
Yeah, a drawback, not like
You said I'd be
completely bust my
You should
superpower.
be a puddle in the floor.
All right, okay, yeah, fair. But not always. You might be like some Arnold Schwarzenegger
I
looking
mean, I could
person.
be, but you never know.
Okay.
And you could be invisible for a month.
What if I'm invisible for 5 years?
You're invisible for 5 years.
All right, moving on. What's your next
My
power?
next one is phasing. So Kitty Pryde.
Okay,
phasing
cool.
for objects.
Very cool. Straight away, easily, I could say your drawback is that you also don't have a time frame on it, and you just get stuck in walls. But no, that's busted. I would say for that, my drawback for you would be that you can only phase through objects that have a clear path. So, for example, you can phase through a wall, but only a wall that's connected to a door.
Wait, what?
So, for example,
So I could phase through that wall because I could have got through it
because you could
anyway.
have walked through the door, yeah.
Oh,
So that basically, you only have an option to walk through, to phase through something if there was already
and
an opening.
Yeah.
You're
What
just choosing
if-
not to use the doors or windows.
what if it's locked?
Yeah,
Can I
that's
go
fine.
through?
You can still go.
So I
through
can
it.
still go
You
through
can go
locked
through a
doors.
locked door then. Yeah, I'll give you that.
Yeah.
See, I'm nice. I'm not like just ruining your superpower.
I didn't ruin your superpower.
You kind
You
of
can
did.
still
bro.
go invisible.
You kind of did.
Right, what's your next power?
Okay, yeah. The other one that I would really want is teleportation.
Mm-hmm.
In fact, that's more than invisibility for me. Teleportation. Just want to teleport wherever I want to be, whenever I want to be.
Okay.
It's actually the reason I wanted both, because I'd want to be invisible and teleport.
Okay.
I'd just be wherever I want to be in the world at any time,
Yeah.
and not be seen if I have to be. I'm basically just setting myself up as a bank robber here, aren't I? Be invisible,
Yeah,
teleport
go
into
to
a
the
bank
bank.
vault,
Steal.
get in and out, never get caught on camera.
Um.
I'm not a criminal, I swear.
So you can teleport to a place.
Yeah.
But then the next time you teleport, you go back to where you teleported from,
So
And
no matter
that's
what, I have to revert back to where I originally
where you
was.
went from. Yeah, the first time.
Okay, yeah, I'd still take it.
Yeah.
That's not too bad. I can live with that.
So say you teleported from here to home.
Yeah.
The next place you teleport has
Has
to be to here.
first.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's quite interesting, because that means that I have to think about where I want to be
Afterwards. Yeah.
rather than before.
But you could do it a week, a year,
Yeah,
and then
yeah,
teleport back
yeah,
to
yeah.
the place. But
Yeah.
it's
But it just means I'd have to actually.
you're limited in your
I'm
path.
limited. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd have to think about walking or driving somewhere as opposed to teleporting sometimes, because I'd need to have a different place to come back to.
Yeah.
I like it. No, I'd still take it, hands down.
Yeah. I think that's not too
And
hard.
thank you.
And also,
you didn't ruin my favourite.
Your clothes don't go with you. You're just teleporting butt naked into the
I'm
same
starting to
place.
think there's something about you and me being naked.
I mean, that would be funny if you went back to a
Yeah, that's-
place.
naked.
You're naked.
So when I teleport out, I've still got my clothes.
No, you,
Oh, either way, when I teleport, I've got no clothes. I just leave my clothes behind.
It's just an instant drawback.
At least you know I would always where I've been. So if you
Your
walk into a
clothes are
room
there.
and my clothes are just on the floor, you're
But
like,
I-
oh, Ryan's going to
You're
teleport back in a
You'll
minute.
pick them up. That's a good one.
Nice. Okay, sweet. Marvel Legends Secret Wars. That's something you wanted to kind of
Yeah,
tell me
so
about.
announced the other day is they're doing, in the Marvel Legends line, it's inspired by the old Secret Wars figures. So the little 3 3/4 ones.
Mhm.
They've got Captain America, they've got Black Suit Spider-Man, Iron Man. Who else did they have on there? Can't remember now. Wolverine in his yellow and brown.
Very cool.
A couple of other characters. But they're very cool. I think it's a good line because you've got some main staple superheroes. I know
Yeah.
they get a lot of figures, but again, if for new collectors, they're going to be able to get in and
Yeah, I
buy
think that'd be good.
all
ones.
4 of them characters.
Yeah.
And the fact that they're doing them based on, so they're going to be on the carded, kind of inspired by the old,
That's cool.
old
That's
Secret
even-
Wars
yeah,
figures.
that's actually better than I thought.
It's going to be very cool. Yeah, that's kind of all I've got to say about that one. The designs are very retro. The colour
That's fine,
schemes
dude.
are very
Yeah,
retro,
that's
but
fine.
they
Nice and-
looking
nice and
forward to
sweet.
them coming out. So next up, we've recently become stockist of Jax, who
Oh,
do
yeah, Jax
the
specific. Yeah.
Simpsons. They've got a bunch of other things. Simpsons is probably the main one I'm looking forward to. You've got we spoke about it last time, the different
Yeah, we
Simpsons
did touch on it.
figures. One that is very cool, the
Oh,
Krusty.
yes.
So we haven't got this in yet, but they've let us.
So yeah, listeners, we are just showing off right now that we've got. This was just lent to us by Jack Pacific. It's the talking Krusty doll. I might actually pull the string.
Pull the string.
I'm Krusty the Clown, and I don't like you.
I want this. That's actually fantastic.
I'm definitely getting it. So it's the, again,
Treehouse
for
of
listeners,
Horror?
Treehouse of Horrors episode, the one that Bart Simpson gets,
Yeah,
that
that's
then
the one.
tries to kill him. You can see he's got his razor sharp teeth. I think his head and his feet are kind of the hard plastic, but the rest of his body is all plush.
Yeah, just like a plush doll. Yeah.
The box is exactly what you'd expect from
The
a
box is
Simpsons
really
box.
good.
It
The box
looks
looks good.
exactly
Yeah.
how I would want a Krusty doll to look.
Yeah.
So hopefully we'll be able to get these in.
Yeah, because what they said to us, what you were telling me actually, was
Yeah.
that it's not something that we could have straight ordered. So we kind of need feedback actually.
Yeah,
If this
if
is
we get
something
enough
that you would
interest-
buy, then we would be able to tell Jax like, look, we can get this, we can get X amount of these sold. This is how many people want to buy the product, and I'm
Yeah.
sure they'll sell that one to us because we're getting all the other figures.
Yeah.
It's just certain ones like that. are special items.
Yeah,
So,
yeah. But
let us know, let us know.
hopefully we can get them in if we get enough feedback. What's next on the list?
Hot toys. You want to talk
Toys
about
announcements.
hot toys? Yeah.
Yeah. So the other day they dropped quite a few different announcements. I just wanted to kind of highlight some of the ones that I thought were very cool and that our customers would
Okay.
really like.
Yeah. Sure.
First up was Doctor Doom, which is
Doctor Doom is just going to do good now because
of
So
of
today in the shop
RDJ.
today, I sold a Doctor Doom figure, and I was saying to the guy like, and it was a pre-owned one.
Yeah.
Pre-owned Marvel Legends. And it was just because you can't buy any Dooms at the moment. Everyone's buying up Dooms and making customs with Robert Downey Jr.'s face on them. Like, it's just.
But this one, it's obviously not the MCU one or not live action one because we've not got the design yet.
Yes, that's right.
It's more just a realistic version of the comics.
But what do you think? Looks good?
Looks very good.
Oh,
looks very
okay.
good. And I think it's going to be popular again.
Yeah.
RDJ coming as Doctor
of course,
Doom next year, so this one will definitely sell.
Excellent.
The next one, Amazing Spider-Man 1.
So you're buying that straight?
No.
Yeah.
I hate that suit. It's my least favourite suit
Oh,
of
shock.
all the live actions. I know.
For those of you that don't know, Tommy is the Spider-Man.
I love Spider-Man. I love Andrew Garfield. His second suit in The Amazing Spider-Man 2 is...
Did you enjoy the
awesome.
film?
I did enjoy I love the film. Yeah.
You just hated his suit.
I hate the suit. It's so
Wow.
ugly. It's so ugly. The lenses are like the sharp yellowy
shots
lenses.
fired.
It's a really ugly suit.
Yeah.
So yeah, Andrew has both my favourite and
And your least favourite
suits. But it comes with his backpack and his skateboard, which are two things I'm like...
I'm not going to lie to you. I like the suit.
Well, Amazing Spider-Man 1.
Yeah, I thought the suit was all right.
I don't like it.
Did a lot of people hate it? Just you?
Maybe just me.
you?
No, I think it's
I
mixed
thought the suit
mixed
was all right.
opinions.
Oh, I thought it was
But when you compare it to The Amazing Spider-Man 2 with the big bug eyes
Right,
and stuff
yeah,
like that, it's ugly. It's
It's
bad.
ugly.
But the hot toy looks exactly like the suit.
So
It's
it's
just
a good
not
hot toy,
It's a great hot toy,
not for you.
not for me because I don't like the suit.
Fair
But
enough.
I do like that he comes with his skateboard and his backpack.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Next on the list is, I can't read it from here. Oh, I don't know. Samurai Predator.
Oh, cool.
They are doing a
They're doing a Samurai
Japanese-inspired Predator,
That's awesome.
which is awesome.
Yeah.
He's got some of the writing on his head,
Oh,
kind
cool.
of like painted on.
Yeah.
He just looks really, really cool.
Oh,
That's one that I
alright.
think when it comes in,
It's the sort of thing I would buy.
Yeah.
Anything
you're going to look at it and
Japanese
go, "Oh,
related.
that's well cool."
Yeah.
But yeah, he's definitely definitely Japanese related. And the last one, Beetlejuice.
Wow, I didn't even know we were expecting a Beetlejuice hot toy.
Yeah, so they announced him just before these other three. But he looks very cool. Obviously, the new movie's out.
Yeah. I think it's done quite well.
Yeah.
It's I think just to touch on it quickly, I think it's one of those things where people were like, well, it's not the original,
Yeah.
but they've enjoyed it kind of.
I've seen people
nonetheless.
saying they've preferred it to the original.
Really?
Yeah.
I've never heard that.
Yeah.
People are quite stubborn from my
Probably-
experience.
Probably younger people
Okay.
who have
Didn't really
Didn't-
know of the
yeah.
original. Okay.
gone back and watched it and then watched this one and
Yeah.
kind of preferred it. But
Okay.
he's very cool. He comes with his gravestone,
Yeah.
which again is a very cool
That's nice.
accessory
Nice
to
little
have for
detail,
that one.
yeah.
So there's some hot toys. I think a year down the line we'll have them.
Okay.
Hot toys, they always announce
So
way
early.
ahead.
Oh my god!
And
so
we do our
early.
pre-orders
Yeah.
that long. So it's something to look out for in the future.
Okay, that's that's
But
cool.
yeah,
I'm
very
with
cool
that.
ones.
Yeah. Oh, I think I've got something for you.
Another game.
Another,
Another game.
Yeah, but I'm not actually playing
Specifically
this
for
one.
me.
Yeah, I'm not
Okay.
going to play this one. I want you
Okay.
to play. I'm going to be the what would you the host.
The host.
Yeah.
You're going to test my knowledge.
Yeah, I'm going to. So now, what this is I've come up with a few. I've come up with a list of movies.
Okay.
But these movies, I'm not going to tell you what they are. You have to guess what they are based
Mhm.
on a really poorly written description of them.
Who wrote the description?
Kind of me / AI because I'm not that smart.
Okay.
But I had to touch on some of it because some of the AI just straight up told you what it was. I'm like, that's not what I asked. So yeah, AI not perfect.
It's not going to take over anytime soon.
Yeah, well, yeah, let's ask the Terminator about that one. Okay, right. So this one I'm going to start with a super easy one.
Okay.
All right, super
If
easy.
I get this wrong,
If you get this
I
wrong,
might
we're
walk
doomed.
out,
We might
yeah.
as well not carry on with the rest of these because it will be embarrassing.
Okay.
Right. So I've tried to broken these up into 2 sentences. So I'll
Okay.
do like the first sentence,
See if
and
I
then
get it.
see if you get it, and if you don't, I'll read out the second
Okay.
sentence. All right. A guy gets a weird pet, ignores all the instructions, and then chaos ensues.
Weird. Okay, I think I've got it.
You got it.
Gremlins.
Thank God for that.
Okay.
All right, thank God for that. That
What was
was
the
that
next-
was an easy one.
Next sentence.
You should have got it on the first one, but the next one said tiny creatures cause mayhem in a small town during a holiday.
Okay.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
you
that was an
would've
easy
got
one.
it, yeah.
I did
That's
panic
the
for a second
easiest.
when you first said it. I was like, "Oh my god, can't think of anything."
That is the easiest, and I thought I'd start with the easiest because it's some of them might be too hard, but
Yeah.
Equally, I don't know, they might all be super easy, and I'll be embarrassed
We'll see.
because I should have done a better job. All right, so let's try another one. Let's go with. I feel like I'm going to go with this one because I feel like you won't get it.
Okay.
Because I think it's the hardest one, but then I think the others might be a bit easier. So let's do this one. A group of overly enthusiastic friends embark on a whimsical treasure hunt while wearing silly outfits. Along the way, they encounter strange creatures and engage in endless shouting matches about friendship and dreams. That one's super vague.
Do you know what? When you first said it, I was thinking Goonies. Then you said silly outfits.
Yeah.
Silly
This one
outfits.
is the hardest one.
Silly outfits.
And that might be vague as well. It might not be silly outfits. It might just be
I'm gonna
that's
guess.
what they're deemed as silly outfits.
Gonna guess Goonies.
No, not Goonies.
Not Goonies.
Close. Well, it's not close at all. But
Okay.
Goonies was almost one of my options.
Yeah.
When I was testing it, we were like, let's test it with the Goonies. That's how we come up with this idea. So I'll read out the first part again, just to see if you can get it from that. So a group of overly enthusiastic friends embark on a whimsical treasure hunt while wearing silly outfits. Don't hang yourself up on the silly outfits part, because that's just the busted AI.
Yeah. What's the second sentence?
So the rest of it was they encounter strange creatures and engage in endless shouting matches about friendship and dreams.
Friendship and dreams.
Yeah.
And
So if you can give up, and then I'll kind of explain why I think.
is that both sentences?
Yeah, that's everything.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
That was the hardest one, and the answer was actually, of course, because it's me, One Piece.
That's not a movie, man.
Like, all right, so yeah, all right, movies / TV shows. All right, you ain't got to be like that.
Yeah,
so
this-
pedantic.
I get it.
It has movies.
And it's an endless treasure hunt.
Yeah,
It has got movies. It's got the
Yeah,
yeah.
it has got movies. The reason why it was hard though is because they didn't. The silly outfits is just
Pirate
because
outfits.
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah. Oh man, if I'd have
even
known
though
it was
they don't
TV
really
shows,
wear
I probably would have got it. 'cause
You
I
might
know
have got
you.
it. Yeah, sorry, I'll probably.
I'll remember that for now.
The rest are movies again. So
Movies.
That was the trick one. All right. Okay. So we're moving on. Let's do another one. This is a good one for you. A guy shows up uninvited and starts looking for someone, causing a lot of chaos in the process. That's sentence one.
Terminator.
Bang! Just like that. Damn.
Yeah,
Well
yeah.
done. Yeah. Spot me on that
Second
one.
second sentence.
Second sentence was making it a lot easier, and it's another guy tries to stop him, but things get complicated with lots of explosions and awkward time-related confusion.
I love it.
Yeah, you nailed it on the first one. Anyway.
Yeah.
Well done.
Next one.
Right, this one, if you don't get, you're going to cancel yourself.
That's Spider-Man. Was it?
Yes.
What's the sentence?
Oh my god, Jesus! All right, okay. So the sentence would have been: a boy with teenage angst loses a family member after he decided to cosplay and fight in a cage match.
I would have got that.
You would
I
have
would've got
that. Okay, two more.
Yep.
A group of guys with questionable science skills start a pest control business for nuisances that nobody else believes in.
Ghostbusters.
Bang! Just like that.
Yeah.
That was
Pretty easy.
That was quite easy, but I like how they did that.
Pest control was
The
good.
pest control and nuisances that nobody believes in.
Yeah.
Didn't specify that they were ghosts or anything, but
Yeah, that was easy though.
the next part of the sentence was going to be: things get weird when they accidentally cause more problems than they solve, and one of them gets way too attached to the job. Cool. All right, last one, dude. You should get this. A group of teens are chosen and tasked with stopping an overly dramatic villain from causing chaos.
Power Rangers?
Yeah, smashed.
Yeah.
Smashed it. Yeah, the Power Rangers movie specifically, but that just applies to any Power Rangers. really.
Yeah, I mean, all Power Rangers are a group of
Exactly,
things.
They spend a lot of time posing dramatically and engaging in poor choreographed fights using cool gadgets.
I love
Does
that.
make sense?
I love that.
Yeah. No, you aced it.
I mean, I got all of them except for One Piece.
if we do
'cause-
this again, I'm going to have to ramp that up.
yeah, I might do it for you and just
This is
You won't
right.
get
This
it.
is the thing. If you do that for me, I'll
You
be sitting
won't
here
get
for
any
5
of them.
minutes. I'll be like,
Yeah.
No,
that was good. Yeah, you got to ramp it up next time.
Yeah, yeah, no problem.
Yeah.
So now I know that I've met my, I've met my
You know
match
the
in this
bar.
one. No, yeah, the bar has been set now.
Yeah.
That's cool. Cool. I think we're just going to talk a bit about new stock,
Yeah.
aren't we?
Yeah, new
Nice.
stock that's come into us over the last month or so.
Dude,
Kind
we'll
of
just start with the big one.
Yeah.
We'll start with the one that everyone's been asking us about time and time again. When are they coming out? And that's these.
So we'll do these two first.
Sure.
Deadpool and Wolverine figures.
Mm-hmm.
They are the legacy ones, so they are from previous movies. I think this one was originally in the 2-pack with Negasonic Teenage Warhead, and that is the Logan, not X-Men Origins.
X-Men Origins Wolverine. That's cool.
Um,
Regardless, even if they're not from the Deadpool Wolverine
it's
film,
still a Deadpool. It's still a Wolverine.
And I can tell you straight away, they've been selling as soon as we announced that we had them. There's probably going to be none left by tomorrow afternoon, for example.
By the time this podcast comes out,
there'll be none left. Yeah, I'm sorry.
But very happy to have these in.
We'll get more.
The new ones, hopefully, turning up soon. I think they're still
still delayed.
October, November time.
Well, we're practically in October, so
but these were due out later, and they randomly turned up early. Okay. So hopefully for the next ones.
To be fair, another cool one is the Superior Spider-Man suit.
Yeah.
This is also going to anything Spider-Man just disappears.
Yeah.
It's not just Tom that's the Spider-Man. No.
So many Spider-Man fans, and it's such a great figure as well.
It's a really nice figure.
Yeah, great character, great figure. One I picked up straight away, ripped him out of the box as soon as he came in.
Don't think we even put it on the till yet.
No, I ripped him out. I did the thing I do to you, where I just rip it open straight away.
I think I'm going to buy this.
But Brett didn't react. I'll move these off. We'll go on to the next one.
No worries. Yeah, another thing that came in, we started getting the Beetlejuice pops in. So these are two of them. We have
got the full wave in. I just picked these two to show them off. Obviously, movies out now, so these are.
So the two we're currently showing off are Beetlejuice himself and Bob.
Brett was saying with this one, it's weird because he's the only Pop whose head is smaller, smaller than his body.
He just doesn't look like a Pop.
No.
Now that I'm looking at it, wow,
he's got a tiny little
head.
head.
Oh my god, could this be them pivoting into just different shapes
just
of vinyl figures rather than the classic Pop look?
But they look very cool.
Maybe they finally met their match where they were like, oh, do you know what? We can't make a good looking Bob.
Yeah, they had to make them
because they all look the same anyway.
But they are in now.
Very cool, very cool. New Magic the Gathering.
Yeah.
That just came out as well.
I've been asked about this a lot in the last
we've
last
already
week.
started.
I think they did a pre-release.
There was a pre-release. They've already started selling really well.
Yeah.
People are asking for them. This one's called Duskmorn, House of Horror.
Which is, not sure what you get in this one.
So the bundle boxes are usually...
scary.
Look scary. Yeah. They're usually... Yeah, so it says on the back here. So this one, they do sometimes change the amount of packs in them. But this one you get 9 packs in. So in this bundle box, the bundle boxes always sell really well because they're good value. Obviously, you get your oversized spin down life counter. You get 9 14 card packs in here, which is good. A nice box to keep it in. And of course, you get your 15 traditional foils and your regular basic lands as well. These are selling like hotcakes already.
Yeah.
So they probably want
one that I've been asked for.
Magic
so many
usually
times.
does well. Yeah.
We'll do the DC.
There we go. Yeah, we just got a bunch of these in as well. The new Batman Adventures line of figures. This one's the Joker that we're showing off, but we do have the others. They are also on our website.
Yeah.
Tom made sure they went straight on there.
Yeah, as well as the free Marvel Legends also on our website.
Also on the website. Get them while you can.
Because they are going to sell out.
Fly out.
But I just picked this one. Everyone's favourite Joker.
To be honest,
picked him earlier. Such a good design. This is the
always
Mark Hamill one, isn't it?
Yes.
I believe it's Mark Hamill. If I'm wrong,
well, I know
you can slate me in the comments.
Well, it's because it's the new Adventures, isn't it? Whereas that's the original animated series, yes, of this style. Either way, I was a big fan of the original.
I'm going to say it's Mark Hamill and just go with that. I hate Batman anyway. So.
well, yeah, we know that.
Yeah.
No, I think they're really good figures though, and it's cool that you get the hyenas in this one.
They do. So again, McFarlane are good. These are definitely some of the best ones they've done recently. I really like them ones.
I really do like them as well. And I think they sell well. I think they're they're popular.
Been very popular. Did you want to show off your One Piece figures again?
Might as well. Yeah.
Already
well,
done
do you know what? I'll put Law on there anyway.
Yeah.
But the main ones is the Gear 4 Luffy figures are the new additions to the store.
They're new, as well as a bunch of other anime figures.
Yeah.
We're always getting new stuff in.
Absolutely.
These are just our two highlights for the video.
Yeah. But otherwise, they're great. These are mine. I love them. That's kind of it in terms of major stock releases that we've had.
Yeah.
recently. Obviously, we get stuff in all the time, so by the time this video comes out, we would have had more things.
Yeah, I think the only thing I'll touch on trading wise, we had that big sealed Pokemon collection.
Yes, yeah,
if
in
you
terms of
follow our
stuff,
social media, you probably would have seen the posts. There was a bunch of sealed packs.
I'm sure some of the viewers have probably already been in and bought some.
100%. Yeah. Kind of packs, early packs, and then a bunch of sealed boxes, which are more modern or recent.
Yeah, I would say that was probably the
years.
bulk of it. We had lots and lots and lots of sealed boxed products.
Yeah, ones that we can't get hold of, but aren't kind of original
Mm-hmm.
stuff. But yeah, they've all sold really well.
Well, we had like the I can't remember exactly the set, but we had like the Latios and Latios boxes, for example, and they're like
Dragon Frontiers,
like
is it?
60, 70 pound each now.
Yeah,
Yeah, it was
a lot of,
lots of like Sun and Moon era stuff. Yeah,
and they've all
good
kind
mixture.
of risen up and all
Yeah,
kept
good mixture.
nice. Which
This is an example of someone that started collecting over 10 years ago, and just at the very least bought 2 of everything and kept 1 sealed.
yeah,
And this has already shown the increase in value of this
Yeah.
stuff. It's nuts.
yeah, it is. It is crazy how
Yeah,
expensive.
nuts.
I mean, he had some Evolving Sky stuff in there as well.
This is the
Which
impressive
is
part, right?
sharp.
Because do you remember this actually happened while we were both in store?
Yeah.
Customer came in, bought 2 of those Pikachu
Yeah.
Pikachu EX boxes, the old ones that have
Pikachu V boxes.
Pikachu
It's
V
from-
boxes,
So
sorry.
from Sword and Shield,
from Sword and Shield
Pikachu
era.
V boxes.
And it
Not
had-
that long ago.
Not that long ago.
And they weren't
really, no,
expensive
no.
either.
No, I think they were about 20 odd quid.
Yeah,
20,
I think
22
both
quid.
boxes had 1 or 2
Had
Evolving
one. I think it was
Skies.
1 Evolving Skies pack. Might
Yeah.
have been 2. Don't quote me on it because I never actually bought one myself.
Yeah.
But the customer bought 2 of those boxes.
Yeah.
Went home, opened up his Evolving Skies pack, called me up and said, "Yeah, I got the Umbreon."
Yeah.
Bang, just like that.
He first said, "Where did you get the?"
Yeah, he
the
asked me
boxes
where we
from?"
got them
and it's kind of like distributor, like
Yeah.
thinking he's going to say they were fake packs.
Yeah, well, I was like, we
But no,
definitely checked them. Like, everything is legit if you buy them from us. And it's
Yeah.
like, I didn't know what he was going to say. And he said, "Yeah, no, I got the Umbreon."
Yeah,
And I was like, "Well, damn."
yeah. So paid
Lucky
40
you.
quid, made
For 40 quid max, £44, I
Yeah.
think his bill was, and he made at least 400.
yeah, which is
Madness. Because it's
impressive.
obviously an ungraded card, but wow.
So it just shows that
Pack
you
fresh.
can pull these things.
Absolutely
It's-
can.
and like we say, this box was only a
Absolutely can.
couple years old,
Mm.
and the card in it is already
Shows
it's not
that- shows that
guaranteed.
value changing.
It's not guaranteed,
Yeah.
but you can pull stuff, which is
Mhm.
big.
Yeah, well.
Shall we move on to some
So I think,
customer questions?
yeah, let's answer some customer questions.
We've asked again for some customer questions. Same thing again. Follow us on social media, or comment on this video. Ask us questions you want to know about. Our first one was one that we got asked on our YouTube.
Yeah, this is an important one.
And it's one that
we
people
wanted
have
to
actually
touch on.
asked us in shop and kind of commented on other things. We wanted to touch on it.
Yeah.
I'll let you go.
Yeah, no, we get asked a lot if we are stopping vintage toys. Now, I say it like that because that's kind of how we're asked. It's like people think that we are purposely maybe taking less vintage in. That's absolutely not true.
Yeah,
We
and
will
I
take
know-
vintage all day long.
Yeah. Recently, we did the move where we moved the
This is the-
vintage into the
yes,
Star Wars
yeah.
section and
I think it might have thrown people
extended.
off.
Yeah.
And I think it might have made people think, oh no, because you walk into the shop and now the vintage cabinets aren't there.
Yeah.
And I think that might have thrown people off and they thought, oh, that means they're just not doing vintage anymore.
Mm.
But all you have to do is go left into the next room. And actually what we've done on purpose for 2 reasons. One of the reasons is that now the vintage is all together instead of spread into 2 different rooms. They're all together and you can circle it. You can circle all the way around it and you can see all your vintage. Obviously, there's still going to be some pre-owned items around the store.
Yeah,
but the
we've
glass
got other
cabinets, yeah,
kind of in the Marvel
dotted around,
section, in
yeah.
the horror section. There's more other
But
vintage cabinets.
typically your vintage is now all in that section. So we wanted to give it its own home just to show that we still really respect our vintage and we
Yeah.
still really want it.
Yeah.
We want as much vintage as we can get. So we're keeping it all together there. It's easier for us as well to keep track of. We're absolutely not. The first reason as well was that we just needed to open up that first area because it's the busiest.
Yeah.
And it's always flooded with people when they're looking at trading cards. And we sell a lot of trading cards. So we opened it up to make a bigger trading card section.
Mhm.
So it's not because of vintage at all. We're just doing it for
They were kind of sharing the
to make
space.
the business better. Yeah, before they were sharing
Card
the space.
collectors were getting in the way of vintage,
Yeah.
and it was not
It didn't cause
not
any
their fault.
problems, but it was
just everyone was
definitely-
crowded around
it
that
was
one
so
cabinet.
crowded. So great.
We've opened it up to make it easier for both cards and vintage.
vintage toy
It's just that
collectors.
vintage has gone into the other room. They've actually got more cabinets in that section
They have.
and more dotted around. So it's not that we're slowing down at all.
The funny
We've
thing
got
is, I would
more
argue
than we
that
had
we
before.
probably sell more vintage now.
Yeah.
Because it's easier to see it all.
Yeah.
And we've tried to make a better,
And
do a
the
better
thing
job
with
of
vintage,
viewing it.
it comes in and flies out so quickly.
Yeah, so I think this is the problem. I think we get some questions. We get people asking this question because when they visit, they think that we don't have a lot. Honestly, it's just because we are selling it so quickly.
Yeah.
Some of the items we get in are either so high end or we don't see it often, and then it's in one hand and out the other.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's literally that fast. So sometimes it can seem like we're not taking vintage, but actually they're just in and out the building quicker than we can.
Yeah.
Quicker than we can even do anything about it.
Yeah.
Some of this stuff doesn't reach the cabinets. But yeah, so hopefully I clarified that we are not moving away from vintage at all.
We love vintage.
We love it.
We're always going to do vintage. It's never going to stop. We're even thinking about bringing some cabinets over to
this store at
Canvey
Canvey.
to do some more vintage stuff. So it's definitely always going to be part of the business.
100%,
It's
100%.
just moved rooms.
Yeah.
That is all.
Right, so with that one out of the way, we'll just answer some more like free-flowing questions from people. Somebody asked, Halloween is close. What are your favourite horror films? You definitely have a favourite.
Mine's an easy one. It's Scream. I love Scream. I love all of them.
Just like Ghostface.
I love Ghostface. I think It is a close second. The 2017 It. I love that one as well, but Ghostface will always be my number one.
That's fine. Yeah, I quite like horror films, so I've got a few, and I like modern ones and stuff as well. But if we're talking classicals and stuff, my favourite is Nightmare on Elm Street, because again, Freddy Krueger. Love the design of him.
He nearly made it into my villain.
Did he? Yeah, I nearly thought about that.
I took him out.
No, I don't blame you.
For Azula.
So yeah, Nightmare on Elm Street is my favourite. Maybe a close second is probably It.
Yeah,
but I was terrified of clowns growing up.
So was it the modern It or the original It?
That's the thing. Modern It is my favourite. Original It was brilliant.
Tim Curry,
but I'm actually more afraid of your classic clown aesthetic.
Yeah.
And I was terrified of clowns growing up, so
didn't watch it.
No.
See, I'm not massive into horrors.
Hated it.
I've tried.
That's
tried
fair.
watching some.
That's fair.
I've watched them actually the other day. Someone told me to watch Terrifier.
Yeah.
Have you seen it?
I've not actually seen Terrifier. No.
It's gruesome.
Like gory.
Gory gruesome.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's less scary, just more gory.
I can't actually talk about what happens in it.
You can't say it.
It's just mental.
Right.
I'll tell you off screen. If you've seen Terrifier, you know there's a bit where someone's hanging from the ceiling and
say no more.
Yeah. It's mental.
Yeah.
But the new one of that is coming out in October. I think October the 11th. So I just wanted to put that out there and say
maybe
new
we'll go see
Terrifier. Yeah, sure, let's go. It's
We'll
going
go
to be
see
crazy.
Someone asked, who is the best non-Marvel / DC superhero?
I think we can both agree on this one.
Straight away, Invincible.
Invincible. Yeah. Both of us big fans of Invincible.
Yep. Invincible. All day long, hands down. Invincible.
So cool.
Yeah.
So cool. Such a good
I'll always say Invincible.
original kind of...
More Invincible, please.
Yeah, definitely.
Someone asked, which card game would you recommend to a Star Wars fan who hasn't played any card games? That's actually quite an easy one to answer now. And we've got something here just to show on YouTube. This is currently the latest, but there is a new set coming out. And it's the Star Wars Unlimited card game. Now, if you're a Star Wars fan, it's a great one to collect because the art on the cards look really nice. So, but as a game in itself, the game has been really well received.
You've played it.
I've played it. It's fun. And there's a lot of tournaments popping up now. We tend to do pre-release events for them. So for the next set, if you're interested, keep an eye out because we will. We've confirmed some kits already, so we should get a pre-release out. And you can always come in and join with that pre-release for the first time and see what you think of the game.
So this current one is the second set. So it's not like there's loads and loads to catch up on. Yeah. This is set number 2. Set number 3, I believe, is Clone Wars themed,
which is so cool.
Yeah, if you're a fan of
I'm guessing you're a Clone Wars fan if you're a Star Wars fan.
Yeah, it's going to be very cool. I know they have Rex on the box, which is a
I'm super pumped
selling point there. But yeah, that's a great game for any Star Wars fan.
This is kind of a question for you because it's funny, and that's because it says, "What's your favourite movie sequel?" And you can't say Paddington 2.
Interesting.
We all know Tom loves Paddington.
Interesting. I will say Spider-Man 2. And
that's too easy.
I mean, it's a sequel.
Bro, that's too
Tobey
easy.
Maguire's Spider-Man 2
It's too
is
easy.
better than Spider-Man 1. It's a sequel that is better than the first.
Okay, fair enough.
What's your
Oh
favourite
man, I
sequel?
can't even think of one now. I thought of one earlier. Oh gosh. Do you know what? I would probably say because to me most sequels are bad, but
Yeah.
there's a few exceptions. and
There
stuff.
is a few exceptions.
Like I think John Wick 2 is better than John Wick 1.
I haven't seen John Wick 2
You've
I've
not really
seen
watched
John Wick
anyway, have
1 because you told me to, and I
you?
hated
You
it.
hated it, yeah.
I think it's so boring.
Oh,
and
see,
I know that.
I'm a much bigger fan of like action as a raw
Yeah.
thing.
I think it's got some good action
Well,
shots in it.
on the same vein, so I've watched. So one of my favorite film series is called The Raid,
Yeah.
which is an Indonesian martial arts film.
Yeah,
Basically,
yeah.
I wouldn't. Martial arts is a loose term. There's martial arts in it, but it's not about.
It's just brutal.
It's so brutal,
Yeah.
dude. It's so brutal, and the Raid 1 was so good, but Raid 2, my god, Raid 2 is
Better.
peak.
Yeah.
Raid 2 is peak.
Okay.
Yeah. So
Just pure action.
pure, yeah, which is why you hate it.
No, I like
There's
action.
not that much story.
I like action. I just
Oh,
think
good.
John Wick is, and again,
Don't start
slander
insulting
me in
John
the
Wick, man,
comments.
because I'll.
John Wick, the first one definitely,
Yeah.
is massively overrated by people. And I watched that one.
You think the first one's overrated?
Yeah, there's like a couple
Really?
of really cool bits, but it wasn't like all the way cool. Whereas I know people saying the more recent ones, so 3 and 4, are a lot better in terms of like action and
Okay,
stuff like
yeah.
that.
That's a hard one for me though, because like the first one put it on the map in terms of the sense that when I saw the first one, I was like, "What is this incredible film?" Whereas to you were like, "Oh, I can't watch this. This is dog doo doo."
literally,
Oh my god.
dog doo doo, because it was overhyped.
Okay, but this could have been because you watched it so much later.
Yeah. I only watched
Okay.
it when 4 was in cinema.
You'd already heard about this amazing thing,
yeah.
and you were underwhelmed when you
Watching it, and he kills a couple of people a few cool times.
You know what? I'll give you that.
There's a couple of really cool like moments of action,
But you just didn't.
but the rest of it is him just
Yeah.
shooting.
I'll give it to you, man.
Yeah.
You're wrong, but
Yeah, I was late to the scene. I think if I'd have watched it when it came out, I probably
Okay.
would have liked it as much.
So this is an easy one for me. Someone asked, "What's your favorite anime?" Mine's One Piece. I talk about it too much, so we can move straight on. Do you
Yeah.
actually have one? You're not a massive anime fan. so
My
do you have one?
Hero Academia is the only one I've seen. So,
Okay,
My
fine.
Hero Academia. Actually, I've seen first few seasons of Attack on Titan. The reason I stopped is
I
because
feel like
I
you're
watched
the embodiment
dubbed.
of someone when you say, "Do you like anime?" and you say Attack on Titan. It's like
I watched the first 2 seasons, and then it was all subbed after that, and I was like,
oh yeah, you're more
I'm
of a
not
dub
watching-
guy.
Yeah, I
that's
watched dubbed.
that's an argument for a
So
different.
I haven't
day.
seen the last season of My Hero because
'Cause it was
it's
subbed
not come
and
out
you haven't.
dubbed yet. But yeah,
I'm a sub guy anyway.
I
always
really liked.
always watching the original
Yeah,
the original format. Okay, moving on. So because we talked about anime, one question was, "What's your favorite One Piece character?" Mine's Trafalgar Law. You probably won't have one, so we can just.
I mean, I like Nami in the show. I thought she was pretty cool. Zoro was. I know Zoro's supposed to be a really cool character.
Zoro is really cool.
He was just a bit whiny in the show,
Oh, Zoro's so not.
but he was whiny in the show. In the live, and my my only experience with One Piece is the live action.
Fine.
Nami was cooler than Zoro.
That's fine. That's fine. But no, for me, Trafalgar Law, yes,
Yeah.
he's the man. Someone asked me, or us, sorry, someone asked, when is the Pokemon Surging Sparks pre-release going live? So this is, I guess, is more of a question for the store.
Yeah,
Very soon, actually. So the pre-release window for when the events will happen is between the 26th of October and the 3rd of November. So we'll probably, I think dates I've set in mind, so they're not live yet, but they will very soon be live. But the dates, if you want to keep the date safe, should be the 26th of October on Canvey, at the Canvey store. And then at the Battlesbridge store, if you want to get involved with the pre-release over there, should be the 2nd and 3rd of November. All right.
excellent.
There you go.
Super easy.
Super easy.
Was
That's
that-
actually most of the questions we kind of had time for,
Excellent.
because we're probably very close to
Yeah,
the end, the sort of time limit
Capping
that
it.
we're happy with. Yeah.
Yeah, I think we've touched on everything that's happened this month. If you enjoyed it, please let us know.
Yep.
We had a lot of really good feedback. People looking forward to the second episode, which is
Do us a favor, like and subscribe.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, definitely like and
all them
subscribe.
things.
And yeah, hopefully next time we get more questions to answer. More
Already
stock.
looking forward to episode 3.
Me too. Yeah. Thank you very much for watching.
Thank you very much. Cheers, guys. See
Cheers.
ya.